So our call for foster care initially started about 3 years ago, and Megan was talking with a coworker of hers, and she was telling her about her experiences as a foster parent. And her story really resonated with Megan. It was something that she really connected to, and she decided to come home and just pray about this opportunity for our family at the time. And as that calling started to just build inside of her, she decided to talk to me about it. And initially, my first response was no. There was a lot of fears involved with fostering and a lot of unknowns as well, a fear of getting attached and putting a lot of time and love and effort into these kids, and for them to eventually leave was a great fear. And so we decided to start the process through a lot of prayer, just by taking almost a baby step by going to an orientation to become a foster parent. And shortly after becoming active, we took in our first placement, who was a 3-year-old boy. We fell in love with immediately, and shortly after we did not have him long in CPS, ended up moving him to a different placement. But since that time, we've fostered a total of 6 kids. They've ranged from ages 6 months all the way up to 4 years old. You know, it never has gotten easier for when the kids leave. But through this process, we've realized that God's calling for us to care for the fatherless and to care for the orphans, and to pick these kids up in probably one of the most crucial times in their lives. We're called to pick those up and show them love and stability and the love of Christ. But we feel like that calling is greater than the heartaches that we face.
It never gets easier when our little ones leave us, but we do know that this is our journey, and we get to walk with them through it. And whether they're with us for 5 days or 8.5 months or even up to 2 years, we just know that our part of this journey is to foster and to love them and to help them grow, heal them. And through all of this, we can pray over them and their family. And if they leave us to an adoptive home, we can continue to pray for that. And this has just been an amazing journey with lots of tears and heartaches, but every bit of it is worth it. I just encourage you to step out of your comfort zone like my husband did, and go to an orientation. Just see if this is something you've been called to do.
You know, one of the things that we hear a lot of times is how we're such a blessing to these kids, and we truly try to be. We try to be the temporary mom and dad that they need and that they deserve, and the parents that God has called us to be for them at that time in their lives. But I feel like every time we've gone through this process with all 6 of the kids, it kind of comes out that we turn out to be the ones that are blessed in the end, and we just receive so much out of this. I feel like more than we could ever give. Through our journey, we found that one of the main successes of being a foster parent is the support that we receive from the church, from friends, and from families. And the great thing that we love about West Conroe is that there are ample opportunities to be involved in the lives of the fatherless. We participate in a Christmas drive for foster children. We're developing something new here for you to be involved in. We're privileged to have Arrow Ministries with us today, who's going to be at the crossing and who will be handing out information about how you can get involved. Primarily respite care, which is they're going to offer here at the church for families to go through, and respite care is key to the success of foster parents. And basically you're going to be licensed to provide temporary care for kids that are in permanent or foster care placements. Arrow Ministries, along with the Russ family and ourselves, will all be at the the table and the crossing to answer questions, to give information, and we'd love you to come and stop and talk with us and definitely learn more about this journey.